guys, gonna continue with let's talk about Sonic Juice. So yeah.
But I digress. Anyways, the origins of Sonic 2 begin when Chris Chan was in high school. The story goes that in Chris Chan's computer design class, he had to make a CD album cover for a project. However, there was one problem. Chris Chan wanted to use Sonic and Pikachu on his album cover.
What?
However, those were copyrighted characters. Therefore, he wasn't allowed to use them. So, in his infinite genius, he created Sonichu, a character that somehow bypassed all the laws issues. And thus, Sonichu was born. A few years later, Chris Chan eventually created Sonichu Issue 0. No, not Issue 1, Issue 0. And it would go down in history as the beginning of an era. Now, if you couldn't tell already, Chris Chan is very much lacking in originality. His idea of a brand new character is just smushing two pre-existing characters together. However, believe it or not, once you actually get into Sonichu Issue 0, this shit actually gets worse. So, without further ado, I present to you Sonichu Issue 0.
Lesson 3 is just a tease, and those news that make me drool.
Sonichu! Oh yes, that cover art. You want to talk classic cover art? This is classic. Look at the amount of crayon and marker. The sky literally looks like the marker ran out of ink.
Yes.
Look at Chris's hand. It looks so deformed. Sonichu over here doing his epic Fortnite floss dance. All Sonichu material are copyrighted March 2002 question mark by Christian Weston Chandler. Did anyone tell Chris that this is infringing on copyrights here? Let's look at this first page real quick. All Sonichu material is copyrighted March 2000 to 2005 by Christian Weston Chandler. No, it isn't. This is clear infringement. This does not fall under fair use or anything. Chris Chan has literally stolen two intellectual properties, crammed them together, and claimed them as his own. Any names or persons illustrated in any of the Sonichu comics, except that of Christian Weston Chandler, that may seem similar to anyone in real life, are purely coincidental or otherwise parodic. This quote is going to get hysterical in the later issues. I can't fucking wait to get to Mary Lee Walsh. Alrighty, page 1. Episode 1, Sonichu's Origin. Already, I love how this is written in Comic Sans, the best font ever made. However, the first letter in the word hour isn't even in a font. It's a hand drawn by Chris in crayon. Our story begins in an open field. 5 miles? What? From the city square, which is under siege by the perfect chaos monster. While Sonic the Hedgehog ponders over the destruction. Ponders, so he just kind of thinks about it, doesn't fight it or anything. Chris, I don't think you know what ponder means. A wild boy Pikachu, as opposed to a wild girl Pikachu, takes notice of the far-off destruction. Pika! I'm Christian Weston Chandler, Sonichu's creator and author of the story. This is his story and nothing less. Thanks for completely breaking the tension, Chris. I really appreciate it. Oh my goodness! Oh no! It's Barney the Dinosaur! All Sonichu materials copyrighted March 2000 to 2005 by Christian Weston Chandler. No, since Chris, we've been over this. Meanwhile, Barney uses his singular noodle arm. Wait a minute, didn't Chris say he owned everything in Sonichu? And yet, Sonic, Pikachu, and Perfect Chaos are all in here. Chris, don't own those. What, Domsville? What about that disclaimer? Will Dumbo fan character Maker Jones? Chris Chan clearly states that this only applies to anyone in real life, not to fictional characters. I normally wouldn't have a problem with Sonic fanfiction or anything, but Chris Chan has literally copyrighted these characters,
Yep.
or at least he says he does, and yet doesn't give credit to the original source material that he uses in his fan fiction. Chris, either you own them or you don't.
Yep.
Sonic then turns into Mouthless Supersonic, then charges after a crude pencil drawing, while Pikachu runs towards the action and stops at the docks. Sonic then turns into a ball of piss and pees inside Perfect Chaos.
What?
Sonic then exits Perfect Chaos's mouth and collides with Pikachu. Look at these fucking faces, what the fuck? And then a rainbow comes out of the Pikachu, huh? 15 miles away. Oh, lordy. What the fuck is that thing? Is that one of those mall things you ride around on?
Yes.
Girl Raichu. Oh, of course, a girl Raichu. How could I not know? And then
Raichu
the
will never
rainbow
look like
hits the Raichu. We then get some panels that Chris Chan couldn't be fucked to actually color in. And now our fan characters have awakened. At the cottage. Raichu, I saw the... Oh, who are you? Where's my Pokemon? Kel, I am your Pokemon. I was a rainbow and now I am transformed. Oh my! You're as beautiful as a rose.
Same face that I'm making now. Same face.
Yeah, I'm out now. As a